Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all infinite honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Harakwakwadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and who put in the other Akim that's out here pushing this truth into the four winds. Keep on pushing, Akim, alright? I'm going to do this lesson on Tupac was a hoax, a fraud, an actor, an industry plant that was placed and put on stage by Esau to make the young black males trip and fall, and to believe that being a gangster and being a thug is the thing to be. He was carefully crafted and engineered so that people would follow him. He was charismatic. He was young. He had a nice build. The way that his character was set up, females liked him. He was the way his character was set up, he was tough. You know, he just seemed masculine, but that wasn't the case. He was an actor. He was a sodomite. He was very weak. He was not a real man. He was an actor. And we're just gonna get straight into the lessons. I'm gonna pull out some video clips, and I'm gonna speak on certain clips, and I'm gonna just, you know, let the spirit roll, man.
Okay, my name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tampapai High School, and I'm 17 years old.
Do you like being 17?
It's like 17 is such a weird age. It's such a in the middle age. You're not 18 yet, and you're older than 16. So, but I like it. It's nice. It's like a learning stage for me.
Do you wish you could be 18 and when you get some more rights?
Alright, now that's him at 17 years old. You just saw it. Very feminine, very fragile. He has very feminine mannerisms. You can tell he was raised by a woman. And you can tell that he has no street in him. You can tell he has no gangster in him. You can tell he has no thug in him, alright? 17, you're basically a man. So from the age of 17, who you are going to be in the future is already in you, man. Your mind is already geared to being what the Western society calls an adult. This is who Tupac really is. This is who Tupac really was. And Tupac wasn't even his name. His name was Lassane Parish Crooks, and it was never legally changed to Tupac. So when the judges was calling him Tupac, that was the character. That was the plant. That was the CIA manufactured actor that they put on stage to fool you people. When it's on his driver's license that say Tupac, that is the plant. That is the actor. All right. That is not Lassane Parish Crooks, the little homosexual you saw just talking at the age of 17, man. All right. We're about to get deeper into this thing, man. All right. The definition to program: a set of related measures or activities with a particular long-term aim. All right, Tupac was manufactured and put amongst the tribe of the Israel to basically program the young men into behaving in a certain way, to act like criminals, to act like thugs, to get your hands on a couple of dollars and to just be a nigga and buy drugs and cars and not invest it properly and act like a normal or individual, man. All right, he was put here to teach you to sag your pants, to pack a Glock, to hate your brother, to get into a fight with somebody and kill him. All right, and he was put here to also set the stage for this next agenda that was after him, which was the homosexual agenda. All right, so they put him there as like he's a messiah or whatnot. They gave him fake news articles, say he shot a cop. All right, he played on your heart with Dear Mama. He played on your heart with Keep Your Head Up. He played on your heart with Brenda's Got a Baby. He played on your heart with If My Homie Calls. All right, and he also was controlled opposition, and he had you thinking that the government was out to get him. And anybody that already knows the government of devils, you're thinking that this is your friend. You know, they're attacking him just like they're attacking me. He is one of the guys that's on the forefront and he's fighting. I need to follow him. All right, you are being programmed. Now I'm gonna put some of his messages. I'm gonna play a clip real quick, and it shows the message that he was really here to put out amongst young black brothers, man. So-called black Hebrew brothers.
I'm gonna make them feel the fire like I got to feel fire.
intro video with Tupac at 17. This is Tupac at 21. You think a person changed that drastically? The act that he's putting on right now is the actor that Esau hired him to be. And going back to the word programming, this was his whole aim. He's telling you he gonna pack a gag, cause that's what niggas do. He gonna buy a Benz, cause that's what niggas do. He gonna smoke weed, cause that's what niggas do. He gonna get drunk, cause that's what niggas do. That's programming, man. They want you to sell rocks. They want you to be full of all kind of drugs. They want you to drink beyond measure, man. They want you to be niggas. And they just needed somebody for you to follow, because you're not gonna follow them. They have no soul. They have no swag. They have no spirit. They have no soul. They have to get one of us to be set up in front of us so we can follow him, man. All right? And these types of people have already been exposed, but this is the one that everybody seems like they scared to put their hands on, put their mouth on, and tell it like it is. Tupac was a fairy, man. Tupac wasn't real. Tupac was an actor. Tupac is not dead. His character is dead. Lassane Parish Crooks is somewhere with Esau getting popped in the ass, man. This was a character who was set to play a certain character for a certain time. He was given a timeline and a time frame. That's because that's why you can go through his lyrics and he's telling you, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And we're gonna get to that later, man. Because you know a prophet by their prophecies, man. All right? So you're gonna look at him as a prophet. He said it. He said it. It came to pass. No, man. We living in real life, but a character was set before our eyes, man. All right? Let's get some more.
Then Iran and Iraq, and it turned into us. Because look how they doing our music. You know, you've never seen in no time in history where they put so much attention on some music. You know what I mean? And made it like we are the cause of all these problems. You can look at it with a 3 strikes law. You can look at it where they're building more jails. They're starting to sell jail space. You know, jail is big business. Believe me, I'm in jail. I see the big business. They charge you for your telephone calls. They charge you for disciplinary problems. Jail is big business. You know, you can feed a whole town off one jail. This jail is in the middle of a town that feeds everybody. Everybody works here. This is the main income. So if there was no criminals, nobody would work. You know what I mean? So if we don't start peeping that, we're in trouble. Also, I know when I was young, the way they describe jail is like, you know, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't wait to get to jail. Straight up.
Right now, in this clip, he's subconsciously telling young Hebrew Israelites, come to jail, man. You need to go to jail to be a man. Now, I'm not gonna be like those fake editors that put out their material. If I would have kept going with that clip, he's gonna say that jail ain't the place to be. I'm here, this ain't the place to be. But subconsciously, he's planting a seed in the back of your mind, telling you that jail is the place to be. This is where you come if you want to be a man and all that. This is the controlled opposition that you're talking about, people. All right. Esau was very clever, and the script that was given to Tupac was cleverly written by some clever people, man. All right. Man, you just gotta open your eyes, man. Don't follow these people, man. If they not hollering Yahweh, why Yahweh shot, man, it ain't real.
Get interested in music. I started off with poetry, writing poetry. But junior high school? Yes, okay. Junior high school. And poets I saw were like looked on as like wimps. So I did that personally, but then I started turning poetry into songs, and I got more attention. How'd you get
also, that first video that I played prior to this one was a jailhouse interview, and this one also was a jailhouse interview shot the same year. Listen how his diction and his delivery changes. All right? This dude was an actor. He can turn it on and off. All right? The real him was a flamboyant, snap your fingers twice, girl, you know what I'm saying? Hanging with girls type of a guy, man. He was not a real dude. He was a poet, and he was. All right? And Esau turned him into a rapper. They gave him the perfect beats. They gave him the perfect tempo. They had street dudes to come in and help him put that street gospel down, man. All right? What he called ghetto gospel. He was an industry plant, man. He was supposed to lead the masses off the edge of the cliff, and he did a damn good job. Man, us brothers is out here teaching, signing, and crying. We doing good. We left that old man alone, but we got to do better. We have to be better prophets than Esau is, at being a good devil, because he is a hell of a devil, man. So we got to be hella prophets, man. All right? I'm about to play another clip, and we're going to go in on that one, too.
I love my classes. We were exposed to everything. You know, theater, ballet, listening to different types of music, songs that became the soundtrack to my life. High school, it's not like that. They don't have trips to go see Broadway play. They don't read things we were reading, and they didn't know what I was talking about when I was like, yo, Shakespeare and stuff. They don't have the same experiences that we had. And I started thinking this art school I went to was mostly for white kids and rich minorities. So I started going, damn, man.
All right, this is the background that this guy came from, man. That was Lassane Parish Crooks, man. And then Tupac is the guy that's supposed to be Super Thug. They picked Lassane Parish Crooks to play the role of Tupac Shakur because he was talented. He was very talented. He was charismatic, and acting is just what it is. What you see is what you get as far as the spectators are concerned. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know that he's soft-spoken, that he's feminine. All right? The actor can look. You give the actor a role, he studies that role. He gets deep into that role, and he manifests that role. And that's what Lassane Parish Crooks did with Tupac. All right? Because, like Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage. You have your entrances and you have your exits. All right? Tupac knew when he came in, and he knew when he was leaving. And that's what made his role so different than a lot of these other roles that these characters are playing. He knew that his role was basically supposed to be here for a short time, have a big oomph, a big thump, and a big exit. But his character was going to be looked at as a legend. All right, so it was like he was getting an Oscar for his role, so to speak, man. But you see who this dude was, man. You see, he's not who he was portrayed to be with all those deep interviews, all that bravado and all that macho man talk. That was not him, man. Lassane Parish Crooks was a soft little kid. He was a homosexual. He was a punk. He was somebody, if you would have went to school with, you would have slapped him around and you wouldn't have dealt with him. He wouldn't have been your partner. Tupac was the character that Lassane Parish Crooks was playing, man.
Like at work, I can't hold a job. I just quit my job today, actually, because I wanted to come and do this. And they wouldn't let me. And I felt like it was important, and it was more important than serving pizza. And we had enough people, so I felt like since I'm an actor, they should understand.
In his own words, he just told you, he is an actor. This was before he even got an acting role. This dude was picked from a young age to play the role of Lassane Parish Crooks. If his mama was smoking crack, and if they was poor and he was homeless, how did he afford to go to the Baltimore School of Performing Arts? He was picked at a very young age, and he was saying that he was at a pizza shop and they had this interview and they didn't let him go home, and he's saying, I'm an actor, they should understand, they know what's going on, they know who I am, or they should know who I am. This dude was a plant, man. Alright, and this reads, his teachers and friends in Baltimore appreciated his music but said they barely recognized Shakur the rapper, who tattooed Thug Life on his abdomen, partied hard, and was convicted of sexual abuse that resulted in a 9-month prison stay. So these are the people that he grew up with, and these are the people that he learned how to act. And it was like, who the hell is this guy? This is not Lassane Crooks. Who the hell is this Tupac dude? He was a character. He was playing a role. He was acting. People from his Baltimore School of Performing Arts years still wonder if Shakur saw rapping as another acting role once he got swept up in the amid fame, money, and controversy. Alright? The rap persona was nothing like the person I knew, said Becky Massing, his classmate and friend at Baltimore School of Performing Arts, who now teaches theater music at the school. I honestly believe he was playing a part that he was probably made to play. Let's read that again. I honestly believe he was playing a part that he was probably meant to play. He was acting the whole time, people. He was acting. Now you gotta wonder who put him there and why was he acting like that. And that's what this video is getting into. You know what I mean? He was here to have the so-called black and Latino and Native American man follow him off of a fucking cliff. Follow his character off of a cliff. Now I'm about to play a clip where he is about to get interviewed, and if you pay close attention, you're gonna see that he was acting normal prior to the camera rolling. He's gonna ask the cameraman, "Are we on cable? So can I act outlandish?" And I want you to see the difference between his behavior before they was rolling and after they start rolling. Let's get it.
Get in closer to him, baby. Okay. This on cable, right? Yeah. So it's cool for us to be like outlandish. Yeah. I can see the topic. It's too bad. We about to bad word. We got a lot to do. Ready? Yeah, ready when you get. Hey, what's your name? I'm D-Fly. I'm J-Money. And that's J-Money from the TV show. J-Money. 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 Okay. After the interview, maybe we'll do a little promo. I'll check out our shop and find out. You ready? We're rolling. Just go anytime. Mic check 1, 2. Yo, you got the DJ D5 in the house. Straight out of Flint, Michigan. Fresh out the box with my homeboy Black Season. Tupac Shakur in the house. Yo, Tupac, what's up, man? It's coming up for the summertime now. Trey, what's up? Thug Life is the only thing up in the 90s. Thug Life, I mean, like a little bit, then Thug Life, like a lot. These is my Thug Life niggas, and we finna do this like this. While I roll the blunt, y'all finna talk to him, saying Thug Life. What's Thug Life, baby? The craziest Thug Life, nigga. Crazy. If you say action, you tell it. These my niggas, that's how we ruling this shit. Running, smoking blunts, pumping pump, talking chumps. That's how we doing that shit. Fucking niggas up bad. Fucking niggas up real bad. 2 times quick in the 90s. If you drinking and smoking weed all the time, we hot till I die. You know what I'm saying? We ain't stopping. Just can't nobody fuck with us either. Just get down with DU and all that. Helping all the homies. You all right. Y'all going on tour with Breed anytime this summer? Yeah, we trying to hook up with Breed. We did a song called Gotta Get Mine. Because I do gotta get mine. So I can really relate to that song when we did it. We did a video for it. Hell yeah, that shit, that was coming out. What was it filmed at? It's in the Andre Rising House. Okay, Atlantic. Okay, I'm going for the Falcons. He's my hairy ass cousin. Alright. Yeah, he from out here. So if y'all see my cousin, give me some love. My little brother. Yeah, alright. Get everybody on there. Detroit. Everybody. Brothers of Islam. Yeah. You with that Islam shit. I'm with that Thug Life. Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Again, acting. He's acting, man. He's telling you to stay high till you die. They smoking, they drinking, they punking niggas, they doing this, they doing that. He acting. He's programming people in the past generation to be gangsters and to end up in jail and end up with a bullet in their head, man. And he was the prototype, so-called. He ended up getting killed, and a lot of people followed him a lot of people followed Tupac's character to their graves as well, man. Except for he was a character and he was fake, and they died in real life, man.
It's a roadie and a read that you used to like do dance, you know, the dances with the plastic.
Dance with the nigga dog. That was me. That's what I mean by I'm real. I'm truly hardcore because I needed the money and I had to work. So if he told me that for me to get paid, I had to go out there in bikini briefs and hop on top of this dog, and that's how I got to get paid. I was homeless at the time. That's what happened. I went to school all the way and was ready to go to Compton to stop me. It was money. At the time we ripped up all the kids in my school was writing applications to go to college. I didn't have no lights and no electricity, and that ain't my mom's fault. You know what I'm saying? So when I think back to that, I'm not thugging for me. I'm thugging for my family. I pay all the bills. You know what I'm saying? I feed my whole family. Wrong or right, I do. And I can't stop. You know what I'm saying? If thugging is gonna make me $1 million, because it just got me platinum, and that's what I got to. You know what I'm saying? If thugging is gonna make me $1 million, because it just got me platinum, and that's what I got to do.
That's another reason he was chosen. He was willing to do whatever he had to do to make money. All right? He was chosen because he was willing to sell his soul. He didn't stand on nothing. He didn't care about nothing. He wanted to have money by any means. He was talented. The women said he was attractive, and that's what Esau preyed on. He preyed on his poverty and his weakness, man. Out the gate.
The wonderful side and the not so wonderful. Suge Knight's influence brought out the worst. Tupac now started to wage a war against Biggie. That's my premium white trying to control Tupac. Tupac is losing control.
That's my new style. Hey, have a good summer. Have a good summer, P.I.
Tupac became...
Right? Him spitting at the cameraman, him spitting at the cameraman leaving court, him walking like George Jefferson out of the courtroom in front of the judge. That's the rebel aspect that Jake liked. That, ooh, man, he don't care about the police. He shot one of them. He don't care about the judge. He in the courthouse acting crazy. He coming out the courthouse spitting on reporters. A celebrity can't afford to spit on a reporter. If he was a real life celebrity and if he was a real life person that got that through his hard work and determination, he couldn't afford to spit on a reporter. Every reporter that he spat at on camera had grounds to sue him. You would never see nobody do that, man. He was playing another role. Take 60, take 66. All right? So that's part of the rebel aspect that we had to bring in too. That bravado, that macho-ness.
Guys speak to women with this much respect, and I deplore that. My mother just totally, I grew up, my mother raised me, so I have this much respect for women, and I fight often because of that, and it gives me a lot of friends. I mean, I get a lot of friends, but I get a lot of friends because I have respect for women, ultra respect for women. But then, like I was liking this girl in Tam, and I'm extra nice, you know, extra gentleman. I'm extra just like, oh, you're beautiful and you deserve the best. And she told me I was too nice. I couldn't believe it. It wouldn't work because I was too nice. That was the ultimate stab in the back. So I went through a week of just going, forget it, I'm just gonna be like them. Because they seem to get the girls and they call girls the B word. Eventually. Bitches ain't shit. We don't learn them hoes, and it's like that.
And that was another clip just to show the differentiation between Lasan Parish Crooks and Tupac Shakur. Lasan Crooks wouldn't even say the word bitch. He said the B word. He put women on that high pedestal and you know, he was raised by his mama and all that. But that just goes to show that the character that he played was not him. Just like when Denzel Washington played that dirty cop. We know that Denzel Washington was playing a role because we're going to the movies to see it. But when you don't realize somebody is playing a role, that's what you believe. Right? Because there's a lot of plants out here, man. A lot of people that set up and they putting on to be this person, but they really not. But Tupac, he took it to another plateau. He took it to another level, man. And now I want to get into a reason that he's so glorified and immortalized and all that, because if you're a Tupac fan, he kept telling you that he's going to die. He was doing all of these great miracles, shooting cops and getting away with it, selling 5 million records, going to jail, coming out, thugged out, macho, bravado, acting. I'm talking about just at the top of all his game, giving you these deep ass interviews, using these words or whatnot. Alright, but he kept telling you, I'm going to die. Alright, he was prophesying. But on the left hand side, he was basically putting his script into his music, and he knows that you don't know how his script ends. He knows that he's gonna be killed at a Mike Tyson fight, but he's telling you, look man, I'm normal just like you, I'm not gonna make it, I'm gonna die. And when it happened, the people was like, man, everything he said was true. He was a prophet. He's Black Jesus. Fuck out of here, man. So I'm gonna get into a couple of his music clips where he was prophesying his death. Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Alright? His plant, his actor, this hoax, this character that Lasan Parish Crooks was playing was supposed to fool us. When you're rooted and grounded in the Bible, you can see it. You're not fooling nobody but your goddamn self, dude. And you're gonna have to pay for everything that you did. Lasan Parish Crooks. Alright? And if that character Tupac was, fuck him. Titus 3:3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another. Before we came into this truth, I used to follow Tupac. I'm gonna speak for myself, man. I was fooled. I wanted to be like Tupac. I wanted to be a gangster. I wanted to be a thug. I wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be with multiple women. I wanted to have that intellect. I wanted to be able to speak. You know what I'm saying? But that was before we came into this marvelous light. When you come into this marvelous light, you understand that everything in this world is bullshit, man. It's nothing. Alright? So the tricks that Esau tries to pull over our eyes, it doesn't work, and he knows it, and that's why he hates us. And that's why according to Revelation 12:12, he's gonna come down with holy hell, because he knows his time short. And the tricks that he used to pull, he can't pull no more. He's being exposed, man. Alright, let's get another scripture. 1 John 3:7. little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose, the Son of our power was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. So, when you come into this light, man, you're not going to be fooled like these other idiots out here, man. Like these idiots out here. Like the blind, like the 2/3, all right? And the Most High came here to destroy the works of the devil. Him setting Lasan Parish Crooks to play the role of Tupac in front of Yasha Allah, that was a work of the devil. The Lord is coming to destroy that. He's coming to shine a light on it and let the world know. First off, let the elect know that this is bullshit. And after that, let the world know. And just back that crap down, man, because that's what it is at the end of the day, man. You're not fooling anybody. Esau, the gig is up, man. Your skirt has been lifted. You have been found out, man. You're being exposed, man. All right? The time is over with. Do what you got to do, man. All right? Let's get another scripture, man. Matthew 16:26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So the same Parish Crooks, you got the very bad end of that deal, man. You're going to perish on this side. You're not going to make it into the kingdom. You're going to have to be born into the kingdom. You're going to have to be reincarnated into the kingdom. You made your choice, man. It was nothing Esau could have given you compared to what the Most High could have given you, man. You could have been a ruler. You could have been a king. You could have been a priest, man. All right, but you're gonna have shame. Your head is you're gonna have shame upon you. You're gonna walk into the kingdom with your head down. You're gonna be born into the kingdom with shame from your previous life, man. All right, so you should thank your Paul Esau for that, man. It's nothing in the world that Esau can give you to make you want to sell your own soul, man. To lose your soul, man. All right, 1 Maccabees 1:11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. And that's basically what Tupac did. He didn't come out straight up and said, that's what Lasan Crooks did. He didn't come out and say it directly. He was used by Esau to persuade many to make a covenant with the devil, man. All right? At the end of the day, man, he made everybody that follows Tupac and follow hip-hop culture has made a covenant with death. He made a covenant with the wicked one, man. Esau, Edom, man. You're going to end up being a junkie. You're going to end up being a dope dealer. You're going to end up being a punk. You're going to end up being dead. You're going to end up being a killer. All of the avenues that you can take by making a covenant with this guy, it all has one ending: destruction. And the Lord is going to destroy you people, man. And it's going to be a very beautiful judgment, man. All right? All right, man, and with that, I want to give all infinite honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Shah, Ba'ashem, Harakwapadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and to the other Akim out here pushing this truth into the four winds. Keep pushing, Akim. We almost out of here. To the sleeping elect, don't be deceived. Wake up so we can get the hell up out of here, man. We're ready to get the hell up out of this place, man. This place is a goddamn wicked ass cesspool, man. Nothing but smoke and mirrors, man. But you get to this truth, and the words are gonna quicken you, and you're gonna be able to see everything clearly, man. Kwam Yasharala, Ababa 100.